Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, right? And that means that we want to give all praises to the Most High God, and we do so in His name. In His Son's name, who you call Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah. All right, we come out here week in and week out, part of House of Israel, HOI, Milwaukee. All right, we come out here to wake our people up, and we come out here to teach y'all the gospel and teach y'all what we should be doing in these last days, right? And that will be keeping the law, okay? So, all praise to the Most High for that. Let's get Isaiah 58 and 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions.
Right, so one thing that the Christian church don't teach you, what God said, is that He got a people. He got His favorite and special people that He called Him to Himself. And that'll be what? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians and Seminole Indians, man. Our people will be the chosen people of God, the Israelites of the Bible. Read it again.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions.
Right, and we come out here to talk to our people, God-chosen people, which would be the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and to show them their transgression. It say cry aloud, right, and spare not, okay? So that's why we out here, is to talk to our people and let them know where they going off at and what's going on and what's going wrong. What are our people doing wrong, okay? Our people don't want to hear the Lord. Our people don't want to hear the words of God, man. It's the same rebellious people back in a wilderness, man. When God delivered the Israelites from the wilderness, He told them to what? To do His commandments. And guess what our people did? Agreed to it, right? That's where you get the covenant from. All right? And guess what else happened to our people? Most of our people didn't do it, man. How you gonna agree to something with the Most High God and then you don't follow through with doing what you agreed to? So that's why we got put in captivity. That's why we in captivity to this day, because we didn't follow what God said. Okay.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
Right. What sin? Let's get sin. First John. Is it St. John? All right. And the house of Jacob their sins. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all will be the house of Jacob. Y'all will be the Israelites. Okay? And he's saying prophets out here to teach His word correctly and to give it to you plainly. Right? Because your pastor is not going to give it to you plainly. Right? He going to use it to what? To get money out your pockets, man. That's what the pastors do. All right? But the prophets of the Lord is going to come tell you what God said, and that's it. Read. Two of them. So yeah, our people will be those chosen people, man. Like the law say, okay? Like Deuteronomy 7 and 6 say, Deuteronomy 14 and 2. It say God chose Him a special people. What's going on, sister? What's your nationality? Huh? You don't know? Aboriginal? Aboriginal.
I'm an Aboriginal American.
To this land?
Yeah.
So what would your your father be? Like what would they call your father? Like would he be a black man? Would he be a Native American? Huh?
Well, he's Native.
Can you step over a little bit? You said he's native to this country? Okay. Okay. So what about his father? Like what would his father be? Would he be also native to this country?
I don't know. I don't know much about him.
Okay, look on this sign, sister. Right here. It say look on the right side. Would you be a so-called American black, a West Indian black, Haitian, Puerto Rican, a Native American? Which one would you call yourself, sis? What about it? What about it's not correct? Just on this side.
So American black.
You said, what's this?
She said she don't think that's correct.
You don't think it's correct? Okay, but you would call yourself an American black. Right, so you...
I mean, if I have to pick from there, it's gonna be that one.
Okay, so aboriginal, right?
Right.
So, okay, these are the nationalities that they call us, right? The people that overtook us, that's what they call us. But God gave us a name from a tribe, all right? The nation that you descend from is Israel. You'll be an Israelite from one of the 12 tribes. It don't matter which tribe you from, as long as you're an Israelite, sister. So did your people come from slavery? Descend from slavery? No. Okay. So was your people conquered and put in? Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So most likely, sis, you'll be an Israelite from one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's get Deuteronomy 7:6.
What's your question?
Ask your question. I'll answer.
I just don't agree with this.
You don't agree with the 12 tribe chart, right?
Why don't you?
Okay, because didn't we get split into two, right?
Who got split into two?
The nation of Israel.
The nation of Israel, yeah,
So
they
it's
got
like Judah and Israel.
yeah during
But Judah is like two, right? Benjamin.
Yeah, you got the northern and southern kingdom.
Like Benjamin and Judah became Judah,
Benjamin,
right?
Judah, Levi, that's the southern kingdom, and then you got the other 10
and
tribes,
Levi, okay.
and that'll be the
The
northern
other 10,
kingdom.
though, but the other 10,
They still from the house of Israel. What you mean? No. Ask your question. I want to give you the understanding.
How I understand it is that all these different people, right, make up those three tribes. And those 10, they're over in Africa.
No, sister.
They're still, they are still
Salakia says-
practicing the law and
Salakia
waiting for
says-
us
Salakia.
to come back together.
Salakia says you're right and incorrect at the same time. Some of our brothers and sisters are still over there in the land of Africa. There's
The 10, right?
No, not just the 10. Some of the southern is still over there. You gotta understand, we were scattered throughout the four corners.
Only Judah was there.
No. The northern kingdom was sent off first.
But they're back, right?
No, they're still scattered. Listen, when people claim to be aboriginal to these lands over here, according to scripture, it was the northern kingdom that was sent over here first. So, we're scattered everywhere. And there's scripture that say that we will both be oppressed in the land of the north. The northern and southern kingdom will both be oppressed in the land of the north.
Like seriously,
No.
We're
We're not
practicing the law, right?
Yeah, and we're practicing the law over here. We're practicing the law. Wherever we've been scattered, the Most High God has been waking us up.
Yeah.
And we're all practicing the law. We're all practicing. Those that wake up to the truth are all practicing the law. It's just we're still over there. We're over here. You'll find us in Asia. You'll find us in Australia. You'll find us in South. We're scattered throughout the four corners.
Because Judah makes us so free, right? All of these, because we like, especially we could be right?
right,
So
so
the
look,
skin tone
sis.
don't matter.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 33. So look, sister, when you see, when you look at around in the cities, right? Who is in the inner cities of, all the major cities? What people? Black people. What other people? Mexicans, all right? What other people? What people was on the reservations? They call them the reservations. Yeah. See, she says she used to live on a reservation. What's your nationality, sis? There you go. That'll be a northern kingdom Israelite. You will be an Israelite from the tribe of Gad. If you know it or not. Yeah. We all the same people. That's what we trying to teach. Yep. Let's read this prophecy.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel,
Right? The children of Israel, right? That'll be the northern kingdom. Okay, that's another name for the 10 tribes. The children of Israel
and the children of Judah,
and the children of Judah, right? Because Judah was the head tribe of the southern kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Let's see what he said about it.
were oppressed together.
They were oppressed together. Okay, that's a prophecy. Yeah, we are oppressed together. All these nations is. All these tribes is. That was Jeremiah 50 and 33. That's another one.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna freak me out.
Yeah, so our people is the same people. Even though, you can go down to Mexico and find somebody way darker than us.
Right.
You know?
But I thought all of these make up those three tribes.
No.
We're
It was
just
12
Light,
tribes.
light, dark, and they broke us up according to our skin. Even though we can be light or dark. I'm sorry, what's Jeremiah
50 verse 33.
50, 30.
So yeah, our people is the same people, and these 12 tribes make up the nation of Israel, right? The nation of Israel did not, disappear, right? Those people that's in Israel now aren't the real Jews.
But aren't
okay?
the 10 back together? They're in Africa.
No,
They're
no,
separate from the Africans.
no. It's a remnant about the four corners of the earth.
You telling
Right?
me?
Yeah.
What? Oh.
They scattered, sis. Right? The tribe
But I
of
thought
Ephraim.
the Northern Kingdom already came back together, and they're just waiting on us, to wake up.
No.
No, we're all still scattered.
The Most High waiting on us to come back as a nation, as one people,
one people.
according to His laws. That's
Wow.
what I'm saying, sis. But look, you got plenty. The same thing we doing right now. You got plenty Northern Kingdom that's over in Mexico and Puerto Rico doing the same thing, teaching the same
I'm
words.
gonna have to look.
We got
into
people in
this
Africa
because
teaching
my
the same word.
understanding is different.
It's people in China doing this, what we doing, teaching the truth of the Bible. The Philippines,
And I just
Europe,
like to have
all
it
that.
exactly right.
Around the whole earth. That's how we know that this Bible is true.
I know when I get that image in my head, I get so annoyed.
So look, let's listen to this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 12.
Right.
And had a wall great and high.
Right.
And had 12 gates.
Right.
And at the gates, 12 angels.
So what is this wall that he's describing? Yes, it had a wall great and high. What is that wall? It's speaking about the kingdom that's to come. Okay, it had a wall with 12 gates. Right? How many tribes? How many tribes is it?
12.
It's 12. And what else?
And the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Right. So you cannot be you can't not be an Israelite and get in those gates. You got to be from one of these 12 tribes of Israel. Thus saith the Lord. What's going on, brother? Yeah. So yeah. You got any more questions, sis? So you know what today is? You know what today is?
Sabbath.
Sabbath, right? Oh yeah. What? Who gave us the Sabbath? Who told us to do the Sabbath?
God, because he rested, and it's like a little offensive. I think, like, who are you to think you can outwork me?
Yeah. But Salaki. But see, okay. So what would be your nationality?
So I am from the tribe of Judah,
Okay.
but I'm
You'll be an
definitely
Israelite
an
from the tribe of Judah.
American.
Well, that's what they'll call you, but God said you an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, sis.
Israelite.
You know,
Yeah.
we can't walk around not knowing who we are and believing what they told us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Israelite
So
from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah, we got to go with God said. Okay, Deuteronomy 10:12.
I just don't like them calling me African American.
No, I wouldn't like it either. But at first, I didn't know.
I just remember, even as a kid, feeling like, what the heck? Offensive and not knowing why.
And just going with the flow, what they say, right?
Yeah.
But then once you hear the truth, God got you up here for a reason for you to hear this truth, sister. And we're going to tell you what you need to do. What's the law?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Right.
And now Israel,
right.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What's your name?
Anetta.
Anetta, it say, oh, now Israel, right? Because you just found out that you are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. He said, what do he require of you, right? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God,
Right, you got to fear the Lord.
to walk in all his ways,
Walk in all his ways.
and to love him,
Right.
and to serve the Lord thy God
Right.
with all thy heart and with all thy soul,
Right.
to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Right, for thy good. Right, so that's what you got to do. Another, you got to keep the commandments. Let's get one. Let's get the Sabbath. Right. So today is the Shabbat. That's how you say. That's how you say Sabbath in Hebrew. Shabbat. Right. Sabbato in Spanish. Right. So it's a certain day from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the Lord holy day. Right. So we're going to read about it and see what you're supposed to do on that day.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, starting at verse 8.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right. Keep it holy, meaning keep it set apart. Keep it separate from the other days, right? Read.
Yeah.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So you see that, Miss Anetta? The Most High God created everything in 6 days, and he rested on the seventh. Now we got to do the same thing. We can do our work. We can do everything else on them 6 days. As long as we ain't sinning. But on that Sabbath, you got to give it to the Lord. You know, no work, no buying, no cooking, right? Give it to the Lord. Spend that day getting in his word, reading, right? Spend that day congregating with brothers and sisters, right? Call up some sisters, you know, that'll bring you in his truth, right? Let me get another one. Numbers 15. Because it's a constant distraction that's going on in this world, right? Why do you think they pay us on Fridays? They pay us on Fridays because what? They want to keep us in sin by going and spending our money in these stores on the Shabbat and break God's laws, right?
See,
and as
come
long as we
on
breaking God's laws, we're gonna be continually at the bottom in this place.
But I do think that, we take it too much out of context. Like I get that he said, no buying, no selling, right? Right? But it's not to make your day like to mess it up. It's more so to like make your day better. You know what I'm saying?
You saying spending and buying on the Sabbath is to make your day better?
No, I'm saying I get that guy. I think we get a little carried away with his laws. Sometimes we just try to be too strict. And I think the Sabbath was more so to remind us to relax, right? Like I get that he said no buying, no selling, right? But I don't think he meant it where to like make our day bad. Like he meant it to make the day better. Like let's spend this time enjoying each other's company, knowing that God's gonna take care of us. You know, like not stressing. I work every Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Don't you want a day of rest, sis?
Yeah.
In this place, man, you see all these prices going up and stuff, right? Take a day without buying nothing, right?
But I don't think. See,
take a day.
This is the thing. Okay, say when you say no buying, no selling, that means like prepare the day before, like kind of like Thanksgiving, right? Like I know that's just a stupid holiday. I'm just giving you an example. You know how we'll prepare the day before. I don't think he meant it like, oh, you're in trouble if you spend. I don't think it's like that.
Well,
I just think it's like
God
he
is
wants us
God.
to not like prepare the day before. Make that day special.
Right.
Don't spend that time doing that. Spend that time doing something else. Right? Like let's celebrate. Like we ain't talking about getting drunk and stuff, but like let's have a great day because God is good.
Right.
And people forget, and it's probably because we're always got grumpy faces.
Yeah. But
and on the Sabbath,
what's
it's
a
like
good day to you?
a happy day. Like be happy.
No, on the Sabbath, right? On the Sabbath, we can do good on the Sabbath, right?
I think that's how we get in trouble in the first place. We take God in a different way than I just think he's way more. I think he's way more like he's kind. He loves us. He's kind to us. Like he wants us to enjoy our life too.
Yeah, he do. But he also want us and command us to do what he say, right? And not whatever we want to do. Let's read it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 12. How much then is a man better than a... Let me start up. Contacts. Okay. How much better is a... Salakia. How much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days.
Right? It's lawful to do well. So, okay, and the law say no buying, no selling, right? But if the work that we do, say I'm driving and I gotta get gas, right? You come through some, say I gotta stop to get gas in my car from the cut off, but I gotta go pick my brother up so we can go feed him. That's lawful because we're doing good on the Sabbath, right?
Or say your mom was in the hospital all week. She just now getting home. She hate that. Like, she want a home cooked meal. Okay, I don't think God's gonna be like, okay, I'm striking your house down now. You're cooking on the Sabbath.
We ain't cooking no.
Like so he even said, if your sheep go fall in there, wouldn't you go get it?
That's
like, come on now, we're not doing this to make us look crazy. Like we got a strict God and he hates us and wants us. No, he wants us to be like him.
If I go in the refrigerator and get some grapes and make a sandwich without cooking it, and open the bag of chips, is that cooking? So you got plenty of food you can eat on the Sabbath. You got plenty of food you can eat on the Shabbat, sis.
Like when I think a guy rested that day, like I think he just was like having a good day. Like I want to hang out with my kids, and I want us to just like any father.
So, sister, all right, we read Deuteronomy 10 and 12, right? It said it's to keep the commandments of the Lord, right? That's how you serve God.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to read one, right? Because it seems like you don't want to keep the commandments, like you still want to, lean onto your own understanding. And that'll be a wrong position to take, sister.
I don't think so. I just think that
this is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel,
Right? Speak unto another, right? Read.
and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
Right? Do you know what fringes is? What is fringes?
Those strings.
Yeah. And you see the ribbon in blue, just like the law say. Right? But let's read why we gotta do it. Let's see why he said do it. Let's read.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
Right? And do the commandments. We wear them because what? We gotta remember to do what God said throughout our generations. The people of Israel kept generating, meaning they kept having children, and we still having children to this day, right? So we supposed to do these commandments throughout our generation to this day. Okay, that's one commandment.
There's more on that, because he said, understanding, right? It says, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring.
Right? So we don't seek after our own heart, sister.
Numbers 15, and starting at, is that
38 down to, what is that, 40 down?
39, 38 and 39.
I gotta find it. One moment. Numbers 15, 38, 39.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we got another one too. Is you writing these down, sister?
No, I have my app.
Okay. I wanted you to write it down so you can go home and look at these. Or you can get on our Facebook. We got a Facebook. I'll give it to you.
I don't have Facebook.
Okay.
I just don't like Facebook.
We got YouTube. We got YouTube.
I do have a YouTube, yeah.
Okay. Let's read another one. It's going to say the same thing as far as leaning and doing whatever you want to do versus doing what God said, right?
I never said we doing whatever we want to do.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, starting at verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
You got to trust in the Most High God, Yahweh. All right? And don't lean unto our own understanding, because where did that get us to end up, man? In this place, right? In this place at the bottom of society. It got us led on slave ships right here, right? Our people don't know that not leaning to their own understanding and not leaning and trusting in the Lord got us put in a position that we still in to this day.
We too
It got us
friendly.
put it on a damn slave ship, man.
We're too friendly.
All right. You said, what's this?
We're too friendly. We always want to be friendly.
Yeah, we got to stick to each other. Let's get something right. We gotta come together as a whole nation, these 12 tribes. If they not a part of these 12 tribes, to hell with them. We need to worry about our own people, right?
You always running after leasing.
You said what?
I gotta remember. I can't. I don't want to say it wrong.
Yeah, we definitely got to stick to our people, man. Because what's going on around this place?
Yeah, we like to be. We're still doing it today. We want to be like everybody else. That's the problem. Right. They want to be like us. So
and
it's
we
like
want to chase
weird.
and do whatever these other nations do instead of doing what God told only our people to do. Because God didn't tell everybody on this earth to listen to Him. He only chose one, and He gave them the commandments. And we supposed to follow those, not the other nations.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Right? It say, gather together, O nation not desired. This nation is the nation of Israel. It say, gather together. Okay, before what?
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, right? Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the anger of the Lord come upon this place. Because this place in America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, thus saith the Lord. Right? They say gather together, but what is we gathering under? Is we gathering together to do all kind of evil around this place? Or is we going to gather together and listen and go over what the Most High said and do it? Right? Before what?
Before the decree bring forth, Before the day pass as a draft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Before the day of the Lord anger come before us. What is the day of the Lord? Day when Christ come back. Christ is coming back to do a lot of killing, sister. And we need to make sure that we are on the side of him. We doing what the Father said and not doing what these other nations said, right? So you understand, sis? All right. Sister Annetta. All right, sis.
She got some thoughts over there.
Yeah,
I do. But I don't want you to misunderstand me because I never do I think we should disobey God's commandments. I just think that it's a misinterpretation or it's a misinterpretation of his intent of why he made these rules.
Yeah, sister. You said it's a misinterpretation of what
Of the intent.
How to understand it.
Like I don't know. I can't. Are you a parent?
Yeah.
Like he's our father, right?
Yep.
He's our Abba father, right?
What?
Abba.
I know. How you know that? You know some Hebrew, huh?
A little bit.
A little bit. I think so too.
I like to read, so I like books. I read a lot, and I love the scriptures.
Where did you read Abba means father?
In the scriptures.
Did you go into the?
I like to study a lot.
Dictionary of the Strong's?
Yeah, I have that. Yeah. And I think it's like we're made in his image, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's, we can understand him a lot more when we look at ourselves a little bit, right? Like you'll have these strict rules for your kids, but they can misinterpret your intent, and look at you like you just want to, just misinterpret, like you just mean, or you.
I get what you're saying.
But really, it's like, no, I want you to have a good life, and I want you to have, and when we make it so people think God is just like some militant only, like I get he's almighty and he is military, but he's also a father, and it's like, I want to hang out with my kids, and I want my kids to be with me. Like, if people understood, like he said, don't buy and sell because he wants us to relax and enjoy each other, enjoy his glory.
Is that hard to not buy and sell on one day? Is it hard?
No, but when you make it like it's like he said, don't buy and sell, and then they think, people start to begrudge God, like, and it's not even like that. It's just like, no, I want you guys to make this day a special day. So prepare it the day before, like, I don't know. It's like the intent of his heart is always misinterpreted.
Let's read another. We don't see about this one.
I just think that's what makes people not want to follow the law when they think it's about him being strict.
So we're gonna read another one, sister. We're gonna see what, because some commandments comes with what? Consequences, right? So
yeah.
Being a father, if I say, son, I need this trash taken out by the time I get home before 5 o'clock. If it's not taken out, you're in trouble, right? Same thing with the Lord do. He say, do this. If you don't, when I come visit you, you're going to be in trouble. Or it's punishment carried out right after you break the law.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13.
Right.
If a man also lie with mankind,
right. You know what that means, right? If a man, a homosexual, man lying with man, right? Let's see the punishment and consequences that's going to happen behind that.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death.
They shall what?
Surely be put to death.
Right.
Their blood shall be upon them.
Right. They shall surely be put to death. Meaning, if they caught doing that, they would be drugged back in the ancient days, drugged out to the shore and stoned with stones. Right then and there. But guess what? America promoted. They make it okay for a man and a woman to lie with a woman. What God said, they shall surely be put to death.
And we were the only people that lived that way. Every other nation lived that way. That's how you could tell who we were.
The wicked is the wicked, man. The damn white
Like
man is
literally.
He's a
Every
free
other
homosexual,
nation,
man. And he put that
they
on
don't
our
believe
people.
in
And our people follow the damn white man like he God, when he actually the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Right? Our people is the greatest people on earth. Get Deuteronomy 14 and 2. We the greatest people on this earth, man. But guess what? When we stopped listening and doing what God said, he made us the lowest. That's why we at the bottom to this day. But when we come back to his law and doing what he say, he'll put us above all these other nations. That's the kingdom of heaven that's in the Bible.
That's
But your
exactly what
pastor
we
is
have
not
to
gonna
stop
teach you
doing.
Right?
That's exactly what we have to
Let's
stop
read.
doing.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Bring it up.
For thou art an holy people
Right? The word holy means set apart or special. Read.
unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself,
Right.
above all nations that are upon the earth.
Right? He chose us to be above all nations that are on this earth.
That's
to this day.
literally what I meant.
We are the best people on this earth, man.
And how?
Right?
Because
what?
literally,
Look at the sports.
we
Who
were
run the
the-
sports?
we were
This
the
frail
only people
cracker right here. He
that
can't hang
did
with us in
not
sports. Who run
promote
boxing? The
homosexuality.
damn white
Well,
man, the damn
it
devil
is
that the
now.
Bible speak of. All right, and we the chosen people of God, of the Most High. Thus said the Lord. Let's get Romans 9 and 26. Right, we the chosen people on this earth. Matter of fact, yeah, Romans 9, 22. So yeah, we gotta take that in. And
We got to
and
go
take,
back to that because we were the only people that didn't practice
Yeah, we
that.
gotta go back to
Naturally.
what God said.
You know what
period.
I'm saying? Every other nation did that naturally.
So when you saying if he talking about if he give you direction and told you can't buy or sell right on the Sabbath, it shouldn't be a problem with you doing. It's not hard to not
It's
go
not.
into the store and buy.
It's
It's not
not.
hard to not cook, right?
It's not.
He gave you that day to rest, right?
Right.
We working and slaving in this society. We need a day of rest.
That's how you get
know
into
what I mean?
idolatry because now you're just
Yeah,
like.
my job be trying to get me to work on Saturday.
I think
I'm
the
not
Sabbath
doing it.
is what keeps us
I'm not
from
doing it
idolatry,
because
right?
look, I'm gonna listen to what God said first rather than man.
The real conversation right here on this corner. What's going on, brothers?
What's going on, brother?
What campus y'all with?
HOI.
HOI? I didn't made it all the way to Wisconsin? Oh, praises.
Yeah. What's your name, brother?
I'm Brother Jacob, man.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, brother?
Well, man, I came all this way because I was down south. I had joined IUIC, but it was so far out. And our driver, it wasn't working. I had to have surgery up here. I'm like, let me go to Wisconsin because last time I was here watching the internet, I knew our brothers would start spreading to Wisconsin and stuff. My chances nothing happened.
You in Wisconsin?
No, I was in Louisiana, Lake Providence. And it was like, man, ain't nothing happening, But where y'all camping? Y'all got a flyer? Okay. Y'all don't have a school here yet?
No, we got a congregation. Not a school, not a national building. We congregate.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Man, being out here by myself ain't working.
I'll give it to you.
It ain't
1 second,
working.
brother.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was interrupted.
No,
Okay.
no, you were not. You were not.
So yeah, Sister Anetta.
I like to hear what you guys
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about.
So so what I was trying to get you to know is that he got a chosen people, right? And he made everybody, right? But he didn't choose them, right? Some of them is chosen to destruction. All right, let's read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay?
Right? Who is the potter? The potter is the person who's making things, right? You know how a potter spin around, he fold it, mold it how he wants to?
Yeah.
Right? He potting the clay, right?
Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
So he can make things to like one thing, and then he can make it be like, nah, I don't like that, and get rid of it.
But
right?
the dishonorable things, right, get what?
The dishonorable?
They get more.
Give me a second.
They get more attention. They get more affection. They get more grace.
You
Right?
said they get.
What did he say about that? I can't remember.
He can make one vessel to honor and another one to dishonor. Honor meaning, like, yeah, I like that. So, you know, I did good with this one. Keeping this one, but this other one, I too much don't like. I can just throw it in the corner somewhere and forget about it. Right? That's how God feel about his people, his chosen people. And all the other nations, all the other people. That's really
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, starting at verse 54. Bring it up. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
right. Didn't everybody come from Adam? All people that's on the earth today came from Adam, right? All because of Noah. Through Noah, the flood, Noah coming from Adam. So all people to this day come from Adam, right?
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right? He got a people that he chose that also came from Adam, read.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Right? He made the world for our sakes, that nation that he chose, which is the nation of Israel. Right, read.
As for the other people,
As for the other people, what did the Lord say?
as for the other people,
Right.
which also come of Adam,
Right.
thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are what?
They are nothing.
They are what?
They are nothing.
Most High God said all the other nations are nothing, man. Okay, we just read it out from the prophets, man. All right, the other nations ain't nothing. Our people is the God-chosen people, and it's time for us to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to the Most High. I'm gonna say, Kwam Yashala,
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala,
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala. God. First off, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Look, we out here because we love y'all. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we're family, and we love y'all. And we out here to warn y'all on the destruction that's coming to this place. Come on, just take a minute and pause and think about everything that has happened since that orange guy got back in office, right? Civil rights gone, DEI, anything that benefited us is gone. Why do you think that is? There's a plot to destroy you and wipe you off the face of the earth. But yet our people walk around like they don't see it. They want to line dance. You know what I'm saying? They want to follow the latest trend instead of preparing and seeing how can they protect themselves from the destruction that's going to come. Give me a Zephaniah.
Oh my God.
You got to think about it. I just found out a couple days ago that he done signed another executive order. Do you know what? You know what's coming? Immunity for the police and martial law. We got 90 days. It's set in stone. 90 days. Look it up. No lie. It's set in stone. And he said that he's going to up the policing in our communities. They trying to make it like the early 1900s all over again. Pick a nigga, right? That's what they own. But yet our people still run around here like we are each other's enemy. No. The Most High God said what?
He said that the destruction gonna start at his house first, though.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. It say, gather together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So The Most High God is telling us it's time to gather together. If you can read the signs and see what's going on, you know to gather with your people. Stop trying to hold hands with these people. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of, and they're showing it. They are showing it. You got to think about it. What else is going on right now in America? What happened in Texas? Y'all know about that? With the young brother, Carmelo Anthony.
I didn't hear about that.
When he stabbed that white boy in the chest at a track meet, defending himself. Y'all don't know about what's going on with that? Yes, that's happened. It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. But it was in self-defense, but yet they want to slay this young brother. They want to slay him. They want him thrown in prison, death penalty. Right?
He stabbed an Edomite?
Yes, he stabbed an Edomite.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? It's mental health.
Yeah.
It's all this and that.
2 weeks off and yeah.
What's that? Let me get Zechariah 11:5. You know what I'm saying? We drop one of them, all hell break loose. They drop us, mental health. You know that's written in the scripture?
It's in the scripture.
That's in the scriptures. It talks about how our enemy treat us.
Yeah.
Get it up. Now it's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. It say, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. How many times have one of us been gunned down and didn't get no justice? Man, that's a normal thing here in the U.S., ain't it? That's normal. But that's been going on since ancient times. See, our people don't understand that we've been at war. You know, the Bible says what? There's a time for love. There's a time for hate. There's a time for peace. And there's a time for war.
Ecclesiastes.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that because, like you said, our people are too loving. Because we are. We are a loving people. We love everybody. But the problem is we don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves.
We just want
And why is that, man? Because it's like we do love everybody else.
because we
You know, like,
decided
we
to
don't-
break the laws.
We-
God,
We ain't racist. We ain't a racist.
God is
people
not
at
playing with us
all.
right now.
Also hate too.
So that is a good question. Why is it that we love everybody else but don't love ourselves? The answer is right there in that book.
Idolatry.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
How can you love someone if you don't love God?
That's true. But there's
He also
But God come with laws. He tell
I want to
you.
hear what you got to say.
It also say, how can you love your brother you see every day, hate your brother you see every day, and love God?
Egg.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We'd rather destroy our brother before we can love ourselves and hate somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's why so much hatred now. Because the Bible don't teach hate. It's all love. But hate is in there.
Hate is in there. But there's a righteous hatred. You understand? Well, look, let's see what the Bible says, the reason why we are like that. Right?
That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter
Matter of fact, start at
15. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. It say, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, there are curses that have been placed on us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, because we refuse to keep the laws of God. We refuse to obey our Father. That's our Father. He tells us what to do. But we chose to do our own thing, so curses are on us. Now, let's see. This is the curse right here.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall lead.
Wow. What that sound like? His eye is evil towards his brother.
The hood.
Sound like the hood, black on black crime, right?
And yeah.
And towards
Parents,
his wife and his children, which he shall leave. That sounds like the average home in our community.
Right now.
Single mother home. You know what I'm saying? Domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse.
As soon as we commit
That's a
idolatry.
curse on our people. Why? Because we don't want to keep God's commandments. Like today it's a Sabbath. As you know, so my brother brought up before. We're not supposed to be buying, selling. We're not supposed to be cooking. We're not supposed to be working. We're supposed to be resting, giving God his time, and spending time with our family, enjoying this day. But instead, we rather
Proving
follow.
that God
we
will take
rather,
care of us.
we
We
rather
gotta
follow
work every day.
what our enemies say. You know what I'm saying? And do what our enemies say do. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we rather follow what our enemies say. And while we're following our enemies, that's keeping us in a lower state. Because we was not created to be beneath anybody. This world was created for our sakes, which means what? We are the royal family. We're supposed to run this world. What do you think the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom that's to come, is about? It's not about just dying and going to, no. It's about rulership. It's about control of the earth. But when we get it, we're going to do it in righteousness. We're not going to be out here butt breaking, raping other men's wives, taking people's babies. We're not going to be like that. You understand? We're going to rule this place with an iron rod.
Like
yes.
But
it's going to be all in righteousness.
We didn't used to be like that, but now we are.
You got any questions, bro?
No. I stay on my word and I stay watching.
What's your name, bro?
Thomas.
Thomas? Okay. I'm Zadok.
AQ.
So, what's your nationality?
Okay. Gotcha.
You safe? Yeah.
Shalom, brothers. I'm gonna get out of here, but I will definitely contact you. Okay?
All right. Shalom. Okay. So you know your nationality? You know your tribe? You know which tribe you come from? Huh? War. Black. That is black. But that's not one of the 12. So you don't know what tribe you come from. So if you fill out an application, what would you put on that application as your nationality? Or ethnic, or your ethnic race? Black or African American. So take a look at this.
Judah.
You see yourself in there?
I think you guys are Levites.
Huh?
I think you guys are from Levy.
You think we from Levy?
Because they, the law is like really.
Yeah, I often do that too.
That's why I start. Care about the law, right? They were like the law. Levy was like the
priest.
Yeah, the law is like everything to
Right.
Levy,
It's
right?
a social construct. Black is social construct.
But Judah was like worship.
No, we're not. Yeah, we definitely not the same, man. You know what I'm saying? We're God's chosen. You know what I'm saying? Still waking up to, okay. Yeah. But you said some things that's very on point. I'm gonna pull up a scripture for it. Matter of fact, that's the biblical nationality, Hamites.
That's the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So yes, there's a difference. Because we know that the Egyptians are so-called Africans or Hamites. You know what I'm saying? And we're Israelites.
Exactly.
Just because our skin is similar don't make us the same.
Exactly. You can tell when you look at the hair.
Yeah, it's not even the hair. It's just looking at them, period. Our spirits are
We
different.
look nothing like them.
Hey, Japanese
No.
and Chinese ain't the same.
Yeah.
They look like them.
They black too. But they not us black. They like African black. Asians are really Africans.
Yeah. It's rock. Yeah. And see, here's the thing, too, that a lot of our people don't understand, right? Yeah, y'all often hear us say that the white man is the devil, white man is the devil, white man is this. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. But we forget that it was the Hamites that sold us to the white man. You understand? It was them Africans that rounded us
So
up
stop.
and sold us
Stop.
off. They wasn't
That's
Africans
what
selling
I'm saying.
Africans.
Rick,
I said that.
They were
talking
selling
about go back to
Israelites.
Africa. They're not our family.
No. That's why when they come over here, they be like, we ain't dealing with them.
I
We ain't
tell
dealing with them.
I tell people this all the time that we are not the same. They look at us different.
So listen,
They the ones that
when it comes to them Africans, when it comes to them Asians, when it comes to them Arabs, they are our enemies. And the Bible tells us something about our enemies. Because, you know, in the church, they teach you, you're supposed to love your enemy. It wasn't talking about anybody. We are of the same nation. If you wrong me or you wrong me, I am to still love you. Because you are my brother, you are my sister. It wasn't talking about the white man. Because this is what it says pertaining to the white man and the other nations.
Guys, the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. It say, never trust thine enemies, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
You hear that? Never trust your enemy. Just as sure as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. It's always going to show. It's always going to show. You got to think about this. This is a historical thing. Like you said, we always friendly. Every time we let them in, they do what? They take and stump us down, right?
We wanted to be invited to the party.
Yeah,
We still doing the same thing.
And ain't no more inviting to the party. That's over with.
I tell people that all the time. Stop trusting them.
Yeah.
And I've seen it numerous times. I said, I don't trust you.
You can't trust them because the Bible speaks on our enemies. Because a lot of people think, oh man, that's a white man book. They use that to enslave us. No. See, this is a book that they can't separate from us. During the Dark Ages, they burnt these books they burnt the Bible by the thousands trying to get rid of them. But the Most High God and His power wouldn't let them. So, hey, you can't beat them, join them. So we're going to join them, but we're going to do what we always do. We're going to twist it up, mix it up, and confuse them up. But check this out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. It say the wicked are estranged from the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray.
In the Bible, is a so-called white man, Esau. That's his biblical name. It says as soon as they're born, they tell lies. Everything that they have given us is a lie. Our people love to celebrate these holidays, right? Christmas. Which one just passed that they celebrate? What's that? Easter, the Passover.
And the Arabic or what?
The Arabic, the Arabian people, they are Ishmaelites. They are also our enemies.
Yeah.
And all they do is lie to us and keep secrets, but profit off everything we do.
It's because we don't.
But look, the Most High God said gather together. Not only should we gather together, but we must separate ourselves from them. Because look, let me get first Ezra
They will freak out if we try to
Listen,
separate from them.
segregation is now
They
legal
will
again.
freak out.
Y'all know that, right? Not only is we going into martial law and the police get total immunity in 90 days, but before that happened, segregation became law again. Did you know that? So now, if you wanted to go into a white establishment and they decided they don't want to serve you, they don't want you in there, by law, they can say, get out. We don't serve your kind here. That's law now. See, our people are so caught up in everyday life, they don't even understand how fast it's moving. It's moving fast. Didn't Trump say that? He said, when I get in office, I'm going to move fast. And he got in office, and he been moving fast. They setting us up for the slaughter. What did I have to grab out? Yeah.
Everybody thinks Trump.
Huh?
I know she just.
No, she said, when did that become a law? He signed it in.
January.
No, not the second, not the one. I think that was like a month ago, like a month and a half ago.
So if you black and you go to a restaurant, they don't want you in, they can put you out.
Yep, it's legal now.
I like to see that bullshit.
It's legal now.
This has always been fake. This integration, it's always been fake.
It was to.
I know.
They never
It was
wanted to
meant-
integrate with us. They
It was
just
meant to destabilize us and to boost their
exactly.
economy.
They're just very scared of us not being integrated with them, where they can have control.
Yeah, bring that out.
First Ezra chapter 9, verse 8. It say, and now by confessing give glory unto the Lord of our fathers, and do his will, and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land, and from the strange woman. So, it actually is biblical to be separate, because the Most High God say so. But the reasons they want to separate, you know what I'm saying, is completely different. It's built upon hate.
And they tried to make it seem like it was a hateful thing if we be separate.
No. When you go to anywhere, every nation of people got their own communities and own thing going.
We fell for
You know
that
what I'm saying?
crap.
You got what? Little China. You know what I'm saying? The Italians got their own community. The Arabs got their own communities. We the only people that got to be integrated.
We fell for
Why is that?
stupid trick.
We fell for that Martin Luther King.
Yay!
People to go eat in their restaurant.
Exactly.
Our people
It was a
follow Martin
whole trick.
It was a setup. But hey, that's why they killed him, because he realized it. He said, I've integrated my people into a burning house. And they took his head off. That didn't work. They smothered him to death in the hospital. You understand? Because he was finna start calling for reparations. Because he realized what he did.
Because the Black Panthers was getting out of
But see,
control.
we tried all that type of stuff those ways. But as a people, we have not yet tried as
Go
a
back to
nation
God.
to go back, to go back to the Most High. And to keep his law, statutes, and commandments. Why? Because he's the only one that can give us the power. That's why they want you disconnected from the Bible. That's why they want you disconnected from who you are. They spend millions and trillions of dollars to keep it a secret that you're the chosen people of God. So you won't be able to connect back to your power. And as long as you don't connect back to your power, that's what happens. You stay weak, and they stay in power. This is a fact of the matter. This is
the
war.
reality of it is so horrifying that you'd rather go back to sleep and just, drink, party, and just not look at it. But that's, I'm just saying, that's how horrible the reality of it is, like, of our people. So that's, it's like, I'd just rather just... But God is like, no, you guys gotta come out now.
Yeah, it's time. Listen, you gotta keep this in your mind. We got 90 days before the police and the military is marching through our neighborhoods. Curfew.
The people in my job.
And listen, here's another little tidbit that a lot of people don't realize, right? Everybody was like, we got Obama, first black president.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. He's a Hamite.
Exactly.
He's a Hamite, and he's
Me and
cousin,
my dad got
and
into it.
he's a cousin of the Bushes. That's one family that be in office. That's not multiple people that's getting voted in. That's a family. And they pick a person out of the family who's going to be president. You have no say-so. That was a setup. How do you know?
My dad turned my whole family against me because I was telling them don't vote for Obama.
I said that too. My people, I was like, he talked too smooth. He sound like a pimp. Something ain't right.
And they,
you know what I'm saying?
And as soon as I seen him, I was like...
But look, check this out. Guess what Obama did while he was in office? Because everybody was distracted. Yay, black president. He signed a bunch of laws in too. And one of the things, look this up, it's called the NDAA. And this was the setup for what Trump is doing. It states in that law that got passed that who's ever in office as president at the time where martial law is declared, they become a dictator and they take control of all resources, natural and whatever, land and whatever. So, Trump is about to be a dictator and you're not going to own anything. See what I'm saying? How bad it's about to be. This is in 90 days.
I'm excited because, honestly, like you said, destruction starts at his house, so he's got to sweep through. He has his remnant, and then, it's time. I'm sick of it. Like, I lost my whole family over voting for Obama because I felt it in my heart that was not right.
You wasn't wrong. You wasn't wrong,
And I
sister.
was telling my family, and my dad got so angry, and he turned everybody against me. Like, I literally don't have a family.
Yes, you do got a family.
I mean, like,
Us too. You got brothers and sisters.
if it wasn't for God, like, in my relationship with him, it would have took me out, because my whole family turned. I mean, I realized, like he said, in the last days it's gonna be family members, households are gonna be divided.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, 'cause that is true in the last days. It's going to be like that. But also when Christ came, Christ told you that he didn't come to bring peace on earth.
My dad is a sellout.
Say what?
My dad is a sellout.
Listen, the Most High God, he's only going to be coming back for a remnant. You know what I'm saying? 1/3. 1/3 of the remnant. 2/3 of our people is going to be cut off and they're going to die. You understand? I know it's hard because we love our families.
But they gotta go.
Because they're going to keep us in this state.
Yeah.
We trying to get the kingdom. You want rulership, right, sis? You want to... Exactly. Exactly.
Because my dad, I found out, like, he's a Mason. He's in a cult. They do those sacrifices and those, like, sex rituals and stuff. And they think it's, like...
Hold on. Who does that?
My father. He's a Mason.
Oh, listen.
He sold out.
Listen, my grandfather was an honorary 33rd. So I understand. And before learning this truth, I was going to walk in his footsteps. But I learned, like, whoa, I'm not meant for that side. You get what I'm saying? Because there's some dark stuff over there. When you learn what that eye represents and who the grand architect is, you understand? There's some dark stuff over there. Yeah.
Because when they did the slavery thing, and it was about that, like forcing us into that homosexuality stuff. Yeah. And at first it was kind of like forced, but then these black men kind of just said, okay, we're just gonna do it. They start liking that shit. They start forming secret societies and doing it underground, like.
They wanted to be like the heathen, like the
So
other nation.
instead of just us going back to God and getting that out of our blood, out of our, they start doing secret societies and went underground with it. Now it's been exposed.
Yeah.
And our men, until they stop sleeping with other men, we're just gonna be we're gonna be destroyed.
All right. It's the book of St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So this is Christ. Hamashiach Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? He said, think not I'm come to send peace, but a sword. Because a lot of people say, Christ came and he loved the whole world and he died for everybody. He said out his own mouth, he did not come for peace. He came to bring a sword.
That's the second coming, right?
No, this is when he came the first time.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean. When he said he'll turn household, like, yeah, okay. Mother-in-law against daughter-in-law.
Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
See that? So what you experience, that's what we go through.
Oh, it's
Listen,
outcasted.
when the Most High picks you out of your family, right? Because he's not going to pick your whole family. When he pick you out your family, you will find the rest of your family turning on you. You'll find them looking at you crazy, talking to you crazy, all types of stuff. I went through it. We all done went through it. That's just a part of it. You got to learn to let it go.
Yeah.
Love him from a distance, if that need be. Let it go
But
and
when
focus on the Father.
that, I'm like, when it comes to God, I don't care. I will cut anything off. So family, I don't care. Nobody's gonna come for God in my heart. So I just did it. I'm not gonna pick my dad over God. So forget it. I just let them go.
This is the most important one right here. 37, it say, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
So that's the right mindset to have. Because if you're going to follow the Most High and you fighting to make it to the kingdom, you got to have that mindset because everybody don't want it. Some people love the world and the things of it. You understand? Yeah. They love their flesh and they love the lust, they love the pleasure, and they hate the things of God. And all God is offering his people is a way to love. Because when you look at what the law tells us to do and you sum it all up, it's love. It's love for one another and it's love for God. That's all it is. But our people don't want that. But if you got a heart and mind, sis, to follow the Most High, then search the scriptures. You understand? Like the brother said, reach out. You got family out here. You got sisters out here that can help build you up and help guide you.
I've been feeling alone by myself ever since, I've been by myself ever since 2020.
I'm a loner too. You can ask my brother. I'm a loner. But I realized something. There are strength in numbers, especially with brothers and sisters that believe like you. It's strengthening. It's empowering. It'll keep you going when you feel weak.
Yeah.
You understand? Because God told us what? What did he say?
I say, it's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. It say, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, I desire.
Keep going.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
So the Most High God said, gather together. Now, that is you can take that, that's a command. You understand? That's not just a command, but it's also a warning. Because he's telling you, you have to do this before I judge this place. Before I judge this world. Gather together. So being a loner, sis, you got to get with other sisters, other believers.
This the book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. It say, behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. So I know it say brothers, but it also means sisters, right? The Bible say brothers or men, it can be sisters too. So our sisters need to gather together too.
So you ain't got to be alone, sis. Because the times that's coming up, we gonna need each other.
Yeah.
We is gonna need each other because what? They got a plan for us. And it's meant to eliminate us. They want to eliminate as many as they can, and the ones they keep, that's where they want to put you. Back in the field. They gonna try. But they're not gonna succeed. But they gonna try.
At first I didn't understand, why is my dad don't like me? Why is he, I'm hearing rumors and stuff. And then I found it out.
That he was mixing. But yeah.
That's what this whole fake United States is about. Masonic, child pedophilia, and homosexuality. Secret
societies.
That's what they're doing.
Their job is to keep us in sin.
And then, but the appearance of holiness, right? That's what they're doing. Fake churches, fake everything.
We fight them spiritually. We fight them with keeping God safe, God doing what He say to do. That's how we fight this fight, and the evil spirit that's on me. So I know your father. You got put your family aside and focus on you, because you gotta save you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta help yourself.
It's just, you just feel like, is there anybody out? Everybody's just want to be by yourself. You just, because, people are, I had to cut off everybody because I know things that they're doing that I can't do it.
Because it's wicked. And it's in you to seek righteousness, right?
And they don't like me.
Well, that's okay. They ain't gotta like you. Wanna know why? Because the Most High love you.
Yeah. And what's that verse and it says, don't think it's some strange thing. In fact, rejoice when you suffer now, because then you won't have to suffer when Christ appears.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So we are against your stuff right now.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It say, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and with trembling.
So if your family hates you because you seeking after the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our father, Yahweh, if they hate you because of that, so be it. So be it.
The women, they raise, like my sisters, they raise their daughters, and now they all do like threesomes together with other people, with their daughter, and they act like it's, they do it secretly, and they got my daughter involved with that stuff.
I get you. You see that going on a lot, right? It's not just your family. It's a lot of people in this world that's like that right now. It's just a straight freak off.
And they
You know what I'm
get
saying?
mad when I'm not just a church goer. Like, dude, I'm not gonna go home and then now have some party with me and my daughters and my nieces. You guys are
Right.
disgusting.
Right. But what you're seeing happening is prophecy. You're getting a first-hand taste of end-time prophecy. The Most High God said it would be like this in the last days.
So they try to set me up and stuff, try to do stuff to me. So because they don't want me exposing them, but like no. This is what they're doing. This is what everybody's doing, and everybody's like addicted to this stuff. And they're raising their kids to do it. And marriage is over now. Nobody wants to be married. Nobody wants one person. They want to do everything.
This is prophecy. It said, matter of fact, you got Matthew 24.
You guys want to know how deep it goes? Like, they turned my daughter against me, and they put out some insurance policy on me, and they convinced her that she would get all this money if they help her. She helped them, like, put something in my food so I can be unalive.
So you mean to tell me that your whole family trying to kill you? Or they tried?
My dad really is him. He really has a lot of connections.
Yeah.
Policeman.
Yeah. Every judge and every police is a
It's on the
type of
dollar
police.
bill. And they seduced my daughter. And now she thinks she like girls and stuff, and she think I'm a lame and I'm stupid, and they convinced her that I was crazy. I'm out here being crazy just because I want to follow God.
Check this out.
Now, it's the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, and giving into marriage. Into the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the Son of Man be.
That's not the one I wanted, but it does hint to the point. Because if you know anything about the time of Noah, what was one of the main things that was going on? The hearts and minds of the people were what? Evil continuously. So it said it would be like the time of Noah. And what you just described is an evil mind that's continuously evil and hates anything righteousness.
But I remember when me and my sisters were very little, and I remember when they were angry about being like if anybody did something to them, but then they grow up and they started and then they teach their kids.
It's just how it is. We in the last days, sis. We in the
I
last
never
days. So
thought
listen,
that they would do this stuff.
you'll be surprised.
And I wish I would have kept my children away from them, but I didn't know.
Well,
And now my daughter.
it's all you can do right now, sis. You gotta listen. Listen, sis. It's gonna hurt because we're gonna lose a lot of people. It's gonna hurt, but you gotta work out your own soul salvation. You gotta seek the Most High God while He can be found, and you gotta study His law and apply them. Like you said, it's not meant to torment us. It's for our well-being. So if He tells you not to put on anything that pertains to a man, basically to adorn yourself in modest apparel, it's for your benefit.
Okay, I got a little.
Yeah, see, I knew that was gonna hit a little bit.
Listen, listen. I do not condone disobeying God's law because I love God. I always have. But I just don't think you guys. I just think you guys take things at it. I don't know. Like
He got a judgment for everything He said.
I know that.
You know the judgment for not doing it.
Dress code.
Listen.
You know the judgment for not doing it.
Men have a dress code and women have a dress code.
Let me tell you something. Only reason why I'm an actual, just by nature, dress and skirt lover, but I don't have a car anymore, so I walk and catch the bus. So I have to be a certain way so I can protect myself. So
Yeah, that's
I be out
understandable.
here, and I just have to. I'm in the elements. I don't got no man to protect me or nothing, so I just have to protect myself and take care of myself. But you know, like before that in my life, I always wear dresses and skirts. But I don't think that I think like when he said a woman should pertain what pertains to a woman, like there are women pants. Like I was just saying like there are pants that are made for women.
When you go back and you look back in history, right?
Like these are women pants.
I got a question for you.
I didn't go to the men's section.
I know. I've heard that. I've heard that, and I understand where you come.
And men used to wear like.
I understand what.
You can't.
Wait. I understand. Wait. Hear me out. I understand where you're coming from. But before the women's rights movement, were women wearing pants? There wasn't really a such thing as women pants back then. All women wore skirts and dresses. It was the men that wore pants, and the Edomite women started putting on pants to show that they could be equal to the man. It was a statement.
I don't know.
Go look it up.
Because I remember
Go look it up.
men wore like the priestly robes, and the women
But
had
underneath, the
splitting
men had
pants,
breeches.
'cause we had to do a lot of
They had breeches on. That's in the Bible. It tells you.
under the knee,
Right. So
right.
they had the pants on under, like how I am now.
Listen,
It's like how I am now.
sir.
What you see?
I remember. I just feel like really the pants were the women's apparel, and the things were the men's.
It's got a
And
zipper.
then they
Look at
twisted it.
most of the pants you wear got a zipper in the front, right?
Okay.
Coming out of that zipper, sis?
I just think it's not, the line is just not black and white with this one, guys.
Well, okay.
Come on
Well,
now.
let's check this out. Let's read the law.
Because we have to bend down.
I hear you.
Children, help
I
us.
hear you.
Pimps
I
keep us
hear you.
covered.
I hear you. Let's read the law. And then
It's
after
more
the
easier
law,
to rape a
we're going to
woman
read
in
the
a skirt,
judgment,
for sure.
right? We're going to get the law first, and then we're going to get the judgment.
Okay.
It's the book
Okay.
of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So, when it says pertaining, that don't mean exactly men's pants. It's something that resembles or something that looks like pertaining.
True.
So that
That
resembles
zipper should not be there. Yeah, okay,
man's
I understand
pants.
that.
Now, get Zephaniah 1.
And then in that too, I think there's
Yeah.
in that too, I think
Okay,
it,
good. Zephaniah 1 and 8.
in that too, I think it also means like with your intent too. Like you're not putting this on. Like if I was putting this on because I'm like, yeah, I'm a stud. I like to do.
How you doing, bro?
Then it's like, okay, you're trying to be a dude. And if a guy put on like a dress like he's trying to be a woman, I don't know. I think it's
There's a certain spirit attached to each thing. And there's a certain spirit attached to that for a woman. Because when a woman wears pants, she feels emboldened and empowered. A lot of women like to try to run over men. And they wearing them pants, don't they?
I just got a question, man.
Yeah.
As far as the Bible y'all using, do y'all ever seek out another Bible, the rest of the stuff that's missing?
yes. I have an Ethiopian Bible with 88 books.
I can't find it. I want the real thing.
These are the books that they took out.
The
It's called the
Apocrypha.
Apocrypha.
Okay.
These are the books. These are the rest of the books.
So it's how many more books is there? Because that look a little light.
That's 14.
14 books.
In that book right there.
Right. They just got it small.
Oh, they just got it
You,
small. Where
like,
you
you
get
could get a
yours at?
small Bible.
A bookstore. You can
A bookstore,
Amazon.
Everybody ain't gonna care though. I know Amazon will, but I want to go get it directly.
What's that bookstore? Barnes and Noble?
Barnes
You can find it
okay.
there? Yeah.
Okay, I'll be in there too.
Yeah, the easiest way is just
Like,
Amazon. Order
Yeah,
that
it's
thing,
right to the
like when a woman, okay, say she wears jeans a lot, but she's very feminine.
What's your
Or
nationality?
a woman that's wearing pants because she thinks she's a guy
Yeah,
or a
me.
stud or something. Like,
Cause I don't
she's
know.
wearing that.
Okay, my grandfather, my mother's father, they is African. My grandmother, I seen pictures of my great
What
grandmother.
about your dad? Your dad's side.
Don't fuck with them. So I don't.
But that's I'm asking that for a reason. What would your dad be considered?
A high yellow ass dude.
And his dad?
I don't know because they never came to spend time with me. So you know,
So high yellow, but considered black, so-called black man?
yeah.
Yeah, most likely you would be, check this out. We're going to get back to that, sis.
And my grandmother, my great grandmother was she had the light skin and the hair.
Yeah, I got a lot of light skin.
I think it should be up to the husband, you know. Like,
See
I'm
yourself
not
here?
I'm not gonna say women
This
can't
is
wear
right.
pants. I think
Yeah, I'm
if
looking
the
at that.
husband is fine, it should be up to the husband, I think.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I done met some Puerto Ricans that's darker than me.
Because you can't say
That's
all
how I met
pants
Mexican.
are
Right, but
pants.
look. Puerto Rican is on here.
I know. That's why I was
Right.
right.
So on this side, this is what God called us. 12 tribes, right? Israel. And this is what the world or the colonizers call us.
Right.
Call us. So you will probably be American black, more than likely. That's because
Okay.
your father. So that would make you from the tribe of Judah. Israelite from the tribe of Judah. God's chosen.
The only thing I can say out of all this stuff, I would like the truth without no crap in it. Let me make my decision because I already know. You know, I see what's going on.
Let's build a little bit.
It's crazy.
Let's build a little bit. And then, you
Where
can take,
y'all be here all the time or y'all different places?
it varies, but this is like one of our main spots.
One main spot.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just passing through, that question though.
What's your name again?
Dwayne.
Dwayne or Zadok?
Okay, because I've been trying to find it. I've been keeping my old Bibles and I keep the other ones.
You don't know what you work at Hillside, man.
Yeah, right. I used to work in
Years
Hillside.
ago.
Oh, okay, now I remember
Yeah,
your face. Hey, you don't mess with it no more, right?
No, I'm somewhere else doing the same
Yeah,
shit
I mean,
somewhere
I
else.
am too, man. I had to go.
Yeah. All right, be smooth, bro.
All right. I'm gonna see y'all again, man.
All right, we here at Saturday.
All right.
Okay, back to you, sis. About the pants and the dresses, right? I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Because the Bible
it should
does
be
not
okay. If it,
say that you can't wear pants. It just says
That
pertains
pertains to a man.
a man.
and that's why I said prior to the women's rights movement, look at the dress code for most women, what they wore. You didn't see women in pants like that. You didn't start seeing that until after the women's rights
Even
movement.
on the plantation,
Just do the
our women
research.
was wearing dresses. Even on the
No,
plantation.
guys. Like,
But look, this is
I feel like they were doing that. Like, listen, like the men were first. And women, we was always like,
that's called strange apparel to God. All right? Because it's confusion.
All right, it's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. It say, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
This is a future prophecy for when he comes back to judge and to do great slaughter, because he said he's going to wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, right? So he said all that's in strange apparel going to get that same judgment. So listen, how about this? How about this? I hear you, but let me finish. Remember, we already read you Proverbs. Lean not unto thy own understanding. So it would be better to be safe than sorry.
I can't. Like that guy that was just here. God bless him. You know, he was interested. But you seen his pants. Like, that's what I think mean by strange apparel. You know.
I get it, because the lines have been blurred. You got to understand, we are still in the land of our captivity.
Who's to say, like, what? I think God is going to be the judge on that one. I don't know.
He mean what he say.
I
He mean what he say. That's why the prophecies that are written are sure. You know that the water's been turning to blood all around the world? You know that?
I didn't know that.
Look it up. And that's a prophecy.
I think it's just a little blurry right there.
Yeah, they blurred it on purpose.
Like,
They blurred a lot of the lines on purpose. Because they know if they can keep us in any type of sin, they can keep us under their heel.
I just know. You gotta be history correct, okay? Let me see. Because the men were the rules.
Listen, what do you see me on? Look at
And
me.
so women was like copying men
I got on one.
with these dresses.
I got on one.
And now
A
it's
woman's
like,
dress is different from a man's robe or garment like this. I have on a garment. This is a garment. A woman's dress is different. It's feminine.
But if my husband didn't want me wearing certain things, I wouldn't wear it. But I can't say like all pants are bad.
I'd rather be safe.
Like I told you, my reason for why I have these on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Work.
I'm not
You went to work, right? You say you was
trying
working, right?
to be a man in no time.
That's understandable, like work and stuff like that. But when you're at home,
All right.
you know what I'm saying? Going about your regular day, yes. If you like leggings, you can put leggings on under your dress. If you feel like that makes you feel safer. You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
I think it should just be clear that you're dressing like you know what I'm saying? If it looks suspicious, then yes.
I got 16. That's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. It say, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye shall be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So when it says come out of her, that's coming out of everything that you learned from this wicked society.
That's what we were supposed to do, right? But instead, they wanted to stay, and they said we'll just do it underground. All these pastors, everybody getting exposed now. Stuff been going on forever since slavery. But instead of after slavery, they saying we're done with this. They just want to. All these men, I'm telling you, like all these men need to stop lying, being honest. So God can heal our people.
This is an end time. Remember, I just mentioned the blood to you, right? The waters. This is an end time prophecy. You got the internet on your phone, right?
Yeah.
You can actually pull this up, and you will see it happen. You
Right.
will see it happen.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 1. It said, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth.
So, this is in the book of Revelations, end time prophecy, right? And it was said to the angels to go out and pour out the vials, the vessels basically, of the wrath of God upon the earth. So the wrath of God is being poured out upon the earth at this point. Jump down to 4.
Verse 4. And the third angel poured out his vial unto the rivers and fountains of waters, and they became blood.
Now, here in the U.S., it has happened. They're keeping it out of the news because they don't want you to know. In Russia, it's happened. In China, it's happened. In South America, it didn't happen. And all across the globe, it's been happening. All over there in Jamaica, the waters are turning to blood. You can Google this. You can YouTube it. TikTok. You can look it up. It's a plethora of videos out there showing you that the waters are literally turning blood red all over the earth. Yes, this is end time prophecy. Now jump over to 12 Euphrates. You know about the Euphrates, right? You know the prophecy of the Euphrates River?
Right,
Did you know that has, yeah, it's there.
completely dried up already?
Just about. It's just about. Yes, there's areas where there's no water whatsoever now.
It's gonna unleash
Revelation.
It's gonna unleash some demons.
Revelation 16 and 12, it say, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
So yes, the Euphrates, look it up. We are here in the last days at the end time. In the United States, we have 90 days before martial law is implemented and the police have total immunity. All hell is about to be released on earth. Listen, you see World War III in the making. Everywhere you look, there's
God
war.
is like luring them into their death.
And he said he would do that. Yes. But look, sis, I brought all this up to you because you know that you're an Israelite, right? What's your nationality?
Judah, tribe of Judah. Israelite, a child of God, Israelite, child of Judah.
Right, you'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So I brought all this up to show you that we really don't have time to sit around complacent. That now more than ever, you should be diligently seeking the Most High and His will for your life and your people, your nation. Forget about all these other nations. They are nothing. Remember the brother brought that out. They are nothing. And if you read on, it says that they are like spittle. The Most High loves you and care about you, sis. So seek out what the Most High wants from you in His law. Don't lean onto your own understanding. Just do what He said do. And it'll be well with you, sis.
I think He wants me to help other people help understand me.
First, you got to get it yourself, and then you can help out other sisters. But you got to get with sisters that can help guide you, that can help build you up. We can't do it alone. We weren't meant to do it alone. That's why He said, gather yourselves together. Because we're not meant to do it alone. There's strength in numbers. Strength. When you're weak, you're going through, you need a shoulder, there's sisters that you can call on. You don't have to shoulder this burden by yourself.
They'll be happy to talk to you too.
I'm telling you.
They'll treat you like family.
Because that's what we are.
They probably ain't even never seen you. They know you a sister. They'll give you that love, that sisterly love.
I'm finna let me get Romans. It's my last scripture.
Let the wheat and tear grow together, huh?
And we have. And you see the separation coming.
That's
The separation coming. People are really picking a side without knowing that they're picking a side.
I mean, I read these things, but I just never knew, like, my daughter, like, my husband, I was married, and my husband left me for some lady, you know, she's a Bailey.
Book of Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
So it's high time. We see the signs. The rivers of waters turn into blood. The Euphrates dry. World War III on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? It says the dragon was wroth with the remnant. You see the dragon, right? Starting to speak. And they are angry at the remnant, which are you blacks, Hispanics, and natives.
Right.
Trump is putting laws to murder you legally.
Back to Africa.
To murder you legally. So it is high time to awake out of slumber and turn back to the Most High God and keep His law, statutes, and commandments. Because other than that, you have no hope. I don't care how big, bad you think you are. I don't care how many switches and sticks and guns and gang members you got. You're not going to stop the destruction that's coming.
Right.
Your only safe your only safe haven is in the Most High God. Trusting in Him, keeping His law, statutes, and commandments, and keeping the faith of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right.
And that's your way out of this thing. But it's sad to say that most of my people will not hear it. It's sad. Because we don't believe in anything except what we can see right in front of our face. And that's crazy because it's right in front of your face. So with that, it's high time to wake up. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native, you are the children of Israel, the chosen of the Most High God. He loves you, and He's calling you all back to repentance, to turn back to the covenant. The covenant that was made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was not made with the world, but it was made with you. Grab hold of your heritage, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And with that, Kwam Yashala.
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 Huh.
That was
Praise.
good.
Sister, what you been studying? What you been studying, sis?
No,